How's it going, everyone? So, I just wanted to talk about what got me into multi-tools. Back in about 2010, 2011, I saw this at Home Depot. It was a Black Friday special. I believe it was $29.99, so $30. And I just figured having all these tools, I think there's like 20 or 18 tools in one frame, is freaking awesome. Um, I just figured it was worth the money. Having pretty decent pliers. Um, the tools aren't the best, but it'll do still. Look how little the knife is. It's crazy. But yeah, as an engineer, I'm a civil engineer. I just think it's awesome having, one tool that you can hold on to with all these tools inside. These little tools. You can have, screwdrivers. You can have a saw. You can have a knife. You can have a serrated blade. Pliers, like I showed you before. Bottle opener, cap opener. Flat screwdriver, scissors. I can't even get to the scissors. Let me see if I can. This tool is so difficult to open sometimes. Yeah, here's the scissors. Spring loaded as well. It's not a bad tool. It's just very small. The tools inside, such as the knife, really, really small. But it'll get the job done for most of the part. So yeah, I started with the suspension. I've had so many times, people ask me, oh, do you have a screwdriver? Do you have a knife that I can use, when I'm in construction? Or, open the beer if you can. Or cut rope. Or, cut presents for me. Or do this baby crib. Do you have like a Phillips screwdriver? And I'm like, yep, I do. I got my multi-tool. So yeah, I started with this, the Gerber Suspension. That was my very first. Then after that, I got into the Gerber. This is like the old school Gerber. Here, we'll take this out for now. I paid, I believe it was $20 on eBay for these two, which is a banging deal. It's pretty good. And I just thought it'd be awesome to flick it out one flick to, flick out the pliers. So this one's brand new, so it doesn't work as good. But you got blunt ends on each side. I actually put this one in my truck, the black. I think it's cool. But you got blunt ends on the side. For the price, $20, I figured it's worth, getting. Everything locks too. You got, different screwdrivers. You got a serrated blade. You got a nice blade here, a lot bigger than the, suspensions. You got a saw, and you got, screwdriver, flat driver. There's different assortment of flat drivers. But for $20, I figured it's worth it. This is very similar to as well. These are basically brand new too. I use this one in my truck. I just kind of carry it if I need it. But they're not that heavy either, so it's cool that you can flick it one-handed, like I said. And do they have wire cutters? Yeah, they do have wire cutters. Black oxide looks pretty dope too in this. And there's a ruler as well. So I bought this one like a few years after. So I started with the suspension for $30. And I'm like, you know what? I think it's kind of cool. I'm going to try the, this is kind of like the MP600. This is the old school. The guy was like a veteran. And he's like, I'm getting rid of them. Do you want them on eBay? He was selling them. So I'm like, yeah, hell yeah. I'll take them. So I got those two as a pair basically. And then I'm like, everybody was like, oh, you got to get the Leatherman Wave. It's bomb. It's the best. So I'm like, okay, I'll have to try the Leatherman. So I think in 2012, 2013 maybe, I was like, okay, I'll try it. and I fell in love with this puppy, the Leatherman Wave. I paid about $100 for this. The thing I really love about the Leatherman Wave, this is almost my perfect multi-tool. Like I said before, the Leatherman TTI would be probably the best. But this has pretty much everything I need. You can even feel the outside tools. There's 4 outside tools. So this, is the serrated blade because of the serrations here. And you can flick it out one-handed. You can't do that on this. Or, well, you can on this. But look how small the blade is. It's no comparison. So on this side, you can see this is just flat blade. But look at the comparison in the blade. It's no joke. The Wave just freaking kills it. I had this for a long time too, and I beat the shit out of this thing. And it's still coming back with vengeance. It's an awesome tool. So this, you got the serrated blade, like I said. And then this, you got the knife. But this was my first Leatherman. Then you got the saw. Look at the comparison in the saw. It's no joke. Like I said, let me see if I can find it. It's kind of like Victorinox trying to find the tools. But look how much bigger. It's crazy. Weight too. I feel like the Gerber's a little heavier. They're about the same. It's close. You got that serrated blade. Then you flip over here. And you get... I can't even get that out. Oh. You got a file, wood metal file. This is actually a diamond file, so you can sharpen knives. Really nice. And then you got a file down here. So that's awesome. Pocket clip as well. And a saw, like I said. So you got 4 outside tools. This one, I think you can only deploy 1 tool from outside. Maybe not. Oh, no, you got the serrated blade. But look at the difference in serrated blade. It's no joke. The Wave just dominates the hell out of it. Crazy. You can put a pocket clip, which these don't have. The other 3 tools I had didn't have pocket clips. They only had sheaths. This comes in a sheath as well. But I paid an extra, I think, $8-9 for this pocket clip. And you can just put it right in. Just awesome. And snap it in. And you're good to go. I think I have 1 break on me. That's it. Last 10 years. 1 just broke. And that's it. But... and then you got the inside tools as well. I just think it's awesome. You have inside and outside tools. This you have basically this outside tools and inside because you have the pliers. But this you can have big, blades if you need to get to immediately. I just think it's great. You got the T10 security torque bits. You can take these apart and put, a new blade on if you need to. So you can actually dismantle it, clean it, put new things. This has torque too. I never taken this apart. But, yeah, so I just think, plus, you can access it one-handed, kind of, the pliers, if you need to, like I just did. This is a lot easier to access the pliers with just a flick. But I wanted something like the best, and I knew the Wave from what people were saying was the best, and I wanted to give it a try. So I love the bottle opener, can opener combo. The bit driver is a game changer. You can put like different bits inside, keep a whole sheath if you want to of bits. Then on this side, you have just different flat drivers. This is the flat Pry Driver. You got the eyeglass kit right here. You can tighten, if your sunglasses get loose or your computer, You know, if you need a little micro driver, you got that. And then you got scissors. Everything on this tool pretty much is what I need for my application. The only thing it's missing is an awl, which I don't care. You can tell the pliers are really robust. Doesn't have the interchangeable, but I've used this so many times. No issues at all. Quality control is really on game with this. You can see the tip of the pliers really good. Wire cutters are good, like I said. You got a ruler too if you need it. I never left the house without this tool. Even when I went snowboarding, anything, skateboarding, I would use this tool, bring it with me. I've used it so many times when even like my neighbor asks for help. I'll go over there, bring this, and 99% of the time it gets me out of the jam to do something. Pliers, anything. But this was probably the best thing I bought, upgrading from the suspension. The MP600s are great tools. I just think having 4 outside tools is amazing. Having a pocket clip is amazing. The quality control is right on with the Leatherman. I got into Victorinox too last year after my dad actually found a Victorinox Swiss tool. I've had it in my other video, but I still like Leatherman better just because you don't have to like fish around to find the tools. You have outside and inside tools. It has everything I need. The Leatherman Wave. It's a great tool, great option. So, yeah, so I just think multi-tools are great. This is how I started with one, and I'm up to, 30 plus counting on multi-tools. I'll probably get the juice line today. Should be a fun encounter. I hope we don't get ambushed by the, people who sell them on eBay and slaughter us. But yeah, the Wave is probably, if I had to start over, I would probably just jump straight to the Wave and not get the suspension. The suspension's good tool, but if you want like the best, I would just go Wave. If you want the best of the best, get the TTI. Just because you got the S30V steel, blade, knife blade, and you have a gut hook on this side. You got like a V-shank gut hook. I think that's awesome.